So, what gets you up out of the morning, and what is the meaning of life to you?
My future gets me up in the morning thinking about what my life will be at like with my family in the future and the meaning of life probably just like family. That's what it is to me and love.
Awesome. What about you?
That's a loaded question. What gets me up in the morning? Just each day and I don't know. Wait, like how do I put it? Just the fact that each day holds so much and there's so much potential. And then the meaning of life is just whatever you make of it, or that's what I think. You can just each choice.
Yeah, you mentioned something really interesting. You said family and love. Um, I think love is a big part, personally, as well, in the meaning of life. How would you like define love? Because that's a very easy word to say, but it has like such a deep meaning. What would you say like real love is?
Um Putting the other person over yourself sometimes when they need it more and just showing like care no matter what is going on and like showing that you just like care for them and support them.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have basically same thought, or do you have any different thoughts on what love is?
That's a good definition, I think. Yeah, just love is never 50-50. It's 80-30, or right, or 80, no, 80-25. It's just whatever the person needs and just being there.
Yeah. So actually, that's cool you said that because one of the things I love to say is like real love is actually 100-0. Do you ever think about it like that? Like real love is loving someone even if they don't love you back. Like even if they spit in your face or mock you, or mistreat you, like you're still gonna be there for them even on their worst day. To me, the most loving person is Jesus. Right? He loves us no matter what we do and our sins and all the ways we fail him. And so, to me, the meaning of life is found in Jesus Christ, who died for us and rose again. Do you guys believe in Jesus at all, or ever heard of Jesus?
Um,
I've heard of him.
I've heard of him. I didn't grow up in a religious setting, so I never really got the chance to learn about it, but I've always been open to learning, but I never really did.
What about you? You said you heard.
I have a lot of people in my life who are Christian, um, and I've had the experience of seeing that, like seeing what that's like, and learning. I love everyone's types of perspectives. So yeah, I've definitely I had the opportunity to hear about Jesus before.
Yeah, Jesus. He's the most famous person in the world. Like if you Google who's the most famous person, it's Jesus. If you look at the calendar, like the year 2025 is based off of Jesus, and basically Jesus taught love. So it's amazing that you guys have a great understanding of love already. And so seeing that love is actually a person, it's actually like Jesus is love. And the main message of Christianity is basically like we've all sinned, we've all made mistakes, we've all failed God, but God didn't fail us. And Jesus went on the cross. He basically went to hell for us on the cross so we could go to heaven with him. That's why he suffered for us. So what do you guys think about like what the world needs most right now? Is like these times are kind of crazy. Like I know there's the recent shooting near campus, right? And then with Charlie Kirk getting killed, and just a lot of the school shootings and darkness. Like, what do you feel like the world kind of really needs right now?
I'd say love again. Everyone just needs to like come together and show careness and love and like they just need to be like grateful for every day. That's what I think. And then I think everyone will come together more.
Yeah, that's a great answer. What about you?
Empathy, yeah, mainly empathy, and just like dialogue, conversations, give rhetoric, like a good conversation, not just like black and white thinking, all or nothing. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually invite Austin in a little bit to share about his we talked about going through darkness, and Austin recently just came out of a tough place, and now he's like following God. Austin, you want to share a little bit with them
Sure.
about it?
Yeah. So, 5 weeks ago, I went through lot of troubled situations. I lost my job, lost my girlfriend. My family's not really that supportive in any way, and they don't support me on my journey, like I told Pastor Jesse here. Um, there's a point within those 5 weeks where I left my house without the intent of coming home, and I was doing 130 down the road. I was gonna just take it straight into the woods. And in those final few seconds, I thought about how much I loved my family, and to me, my family is the church. It's everyone in this room because we're all made out of flesh and blood. We all have a certain type of love in our hearts that you can't find anywhere else on the planet. And during those moments, I thought about how much how much God would want me to live for the people around me. That day, I turned my car around, went back home, started applying for jobs. I recently just started working a new job on Monday for Lexus of Atlantic City, professional car detailing. And honestly, ever since then, I've been coming to church events. I was able to go last week to the homeless shelter in AC with Jesse here and share my testimony to the homeless. Because, 3 months ago, I was homeless. I was living out of my car. I was kicked out of my house because I didn't have money to pay rent. And life just started turning around from there. I started praying. I started taking action, and it made a really big impact on my life. And that's why I'm here. I'm blessed to be able to be here and share my story with other people to hopefully inspire them to start speaking out as well.
Thanks for sharing, Austin. Is there any way we can be praying? We love to just pray for people. Any way we could pray for you, both specifically, maybe for your studies or anything like that? Okay, cool. We'll do. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the interview, and God bless.